Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Prince.petti channel. Today, we're going to get back at it again with another video. No, I'm kidding. Can you imagine? Let me drink water because somebody said my throat sounds parched today. Let me liquidate or something. I don't know. Who's running late? And we started at 7 p.m. on the dot. Who's running late? That's what I want to know. Answer that question or I'm going to time you out for 30 seconds because y'all not about to make accusations with no proof. That's not what y'all about to do. That's not what y'all about to do. I know that much. Okay. So, hello, everyone. Hello, mistress. Me. You are early, yes. Miscellaneous. Hurry up and eat. Get the likes up on the way in. Thank you. I didn't forget about your last statement, by the way. Who's running late? I need you to answer that question because that timeout is right on my hand. Right on my hand. What we're gonna start doing is accountability. It's time we hold ourselves accountable or something. I don't know. So I've been talking to my therapist. Let's start here since we're getting into some you've seen the thumbnail, so y'all know what we're getting into. Hi, Petty. I came from IdGab. I didn't know you had a channel until like 3 days ago. Aw, welcome from IdGab. It's much more ghetto over here. We do not grab coffee, tea, or water. We do have wine, liqueur. Do you know her? I guess beer is acceptable, but we're looking at wine and liquors. Some wine coolers, maybe. So grab that. Because we about to disgust ourselves today. Disgust. So I was watching something. Let me show you all what I was watching, and then we'll get to the video. Because I do think it's important. I think this is very important, so we should all watch it together. This is what I saw on TikTok, and this is what inspired me to do this video. So here we have AMANI Talks. I didn't realize the person who posted this is the person in the video. So credit to where credit is due, right? AMANI Talks on TikTok. No, not wine coolers like screwdrivers and I don't know, Mike's Hard or whatever you want to drink. What is it that people were hitting people with last year? The sweet tea, the hard sweet tea. I forgot what it's called, but those. That's what I mean when I say wine cooler, like screwdrivers and stuff. I don't know if that's the correct name, but so this is what I saw on TikTok.
Date somebody your own age. Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you dating women your own age?
Some women, not all. Not all. Some women be pretty when they're young. When they get older, they be looking bad.
There's
the older women don't
dynamic.
be fit. They don't be.
Let's sit and look at who said that for a couple seconds. How long is the moment of silence before school? 9 seconds. Let's do that. Okay. Now that we had that 9 seconds, let's look at what he said again.
They be looking bad. The older pretty when they're young. When they get older, they be looking bad. Some women be pretty when they're young. When they get older, they be looking bad. Some women be pretty when they're young. When they get older, they be looking bad.
Okay, now let's take another moment of silence and then we can continue. Please remain silent and be respectful. Okay, did we all get a good look? All right.
The older women don't be fit. They don't be friendly. They don't be feminine. They don't be cooperative.
So men in their women
and they
in
don't
their
be
40s
submissive.
a lot of times men want to date somebody so much younger because y'all be wanting somebody to train. That's what it is.
Yeah, sometimes.
And men say that. Women are not things to train.
Well, she could train up. It said train up a child in the way they should go.
But that's why y'all be wanting to date children.
Women are not something to be trained. I don't know. Maybe they're your equal. Maybe they're your like partner. Women are not something to be trained. He says, "Oh, you know what they say about training up your children." I don't know what they say, but let's find out.
You train up. It said train up a child in the way they should go.
But that's why y'all be wanting to date children.
No, but
that's why y'all be wanting to date children.
So listen, I see older guys date young girls all the time. You understand?
We do, but that doesn't say that there's nothing wrong with that, though. Just because it's normalized does not mean that it's okay.
So that's what I saw on TikTok, and I was happy to I was happy because if you see a clip like this, you will see it from a woman's channel or you will see it from a man's channel. In the comments will say two entirely different things about the same clip, to the point where I'm like, we couldn't have watched the same thing. But this came from this woman's channel. Again, AMANI Talks. And she said, men want to train children. That's all. Let's see what the comments say. The comments said a mirror is needed. Yes, it is. The comments say he really exposed himself. He said it out loud. The comments asked him, is he fit, friendly, and cooperative? The older you get, the more they can't manipulate you, be cheap or inconsistent. Actually, I just spoke with my friend about this. We just spoke about this yesterday because she was dating a man. I think she's 22. The man is 24 or 5, and throughout dating him, she has a suspicion that he's older because she says he acts too calm and collected. Now, I personally don't believe that. I've seen grown people who act childish, so I don't know what's going on in the male community, but we are not doing I don't think we're doing good as far as maturity with age. So like the way I've seen 50-year-old people on podcasts talking about you need to train up your children, I don't believe what she said. But she said she had a suspicion, so she kept asking him, and he kept saying, I'm 25, I'm 25, I'm 25. She eventually snuck and looked at his license, and he's like 33 years old. She's 22, just turned 22. And first of all, it was an emotional conversation because I've been lied to. She's been lied to, betrayed, and all this. But we get through that, and she's confused. She's like, why would you lie about being 28? Why would you lie about this? Why would you betray my trust in this way? And I said something like, he cannot date women his age. He can't, because when you have like a car, let me put it from this perspective. When I was in high school going to prom, and there was this one particular girl who we all knew for one very specific reason, because she dated somebody who was like 22 while she was in high school before she turned 18. We asked, why are you dating him? Basically, that seems weird, right? We were kids, so we didn't have the ability to articulate things as well as we can while we're adults, but we were all like, this feels weird. Why are you doing this? And she was like, oh, he has a car. He be taking me out. He bring me candy and sweets and cookies, and like he be driving me around, and he got his own place. And when you're like 16, that is really impressive. Like, but also when you're 16, $100 is a lot of money. And when you're an adult, it's like not even a bill sometimes. Maybe the phone bill if you're not on a family plan. But so it's much easier to impress children than it is to impress grown people. And it's much easier to impress young adults than it is to impress well-established and older adults, right? So the idea that a man has like a job and a dream is, I think, really impressive at like, I don't know, 18. But at 35, it's not going to fly. So instead of 33. So instead of like dating women his age, or even dating women slightly younger than him, like a few years, since that's how dating age tend to be between men and women, he's like, let me date someone who's just turned, well, she was 21 at the time. So let me date someone who's 21 and lie to her and tell her I'm 25 because, I don't know. I feel like he's setting the bar low for himself. Because if he's like, I'm 25 and I'm about to put out my mixtape, you're like, don't do that. Your life will go wrong. But if he's 35 and he's like, I'm about to put the mixtape out any day, I would be like, you have already ruined your life. You had 10 years. You had 10 years to learn and mess up, and now you still working on this mixtape. Okay, got it. Got it. So I told her he can't compete with people his age, so he has to lie to children and pretend he's a child too. Cause even she was like, if I had have known he was 32, I would have, like, she's 21, he is 33. Even she at 21 was like, if I had have known he was 33, I wouldn't have even dated him because I wouldn't expect you to be doing better with your life. I thought we was all in college struggling together. You've been grown for 10 years and didn't go to college, have a birth certificate to your name, not even a high school diploma, but I think he has his GED. Got it. So I say all that to say, what did he say? Where is it? The older you get, the more they can't manipulate you, be cheap, or be inconsistent. So all of that story I just told was because I read this comment and got triggered. And I was like, yeah, that's what it sounds like. He was way too quick to say child. He said the quiet part out loud, train a child. Date somebody. She said date someone your own age. And he said, why? That's all that needs to be heard. So the comments were on one accord. And I was like, cool. Is he looking down at notes? There's no way he wrote that down. Oh man, let me find out. This is y'all after taking notes. Got it. Hello, Kenny. I don't know if we're beefing or not right now, so I'm gonna say hey. Hi, Tweety Bird, level up, single mom. Men would lie to me about their age when I was like 28. Like, what do you mean you're 30 and he a whole 55? That don't make sense to me. Why is he referring to women as children? Oh, we're going to find out, because this wasn't the only clip I saw. This was not the only clip I saw. Let me bring you to Exhibit B. Exhibit B. We've already looked at Exhibit A. Let's look at Exhibit B from the same creator, AMANI Talks. I'm going to keep name dropping her because I think she deserves more views. So AMANI Talks on TikTok. Let's look at the second piece of evidence, number B-2, section 3.
You think you have kids?
I'm not having kids.
What you mean you're not having kids?
I'm not having kids.
That's what you was born here to do.
No, I'm not.
Why would you not want to have kids?
Why would I?
I'm asking you.
I want to have kids. I don't see any benefit.
For giving somebody life?
You have a kid and your life becomes about the kid. I want my life to be about me.
Oh, you selfish.
That's okay.
You are selfish. What do you mean you don't want to have a child? You don't see a benefit to giving somebody life? Y'all, I saw this clip and I was like, she's a bigger person than I am, because I would have got heated. Like, what are you talking about? You don't see the value into giving somebody life. Ain't nobody ever referred to it as giving somebody life when you ask them the question, would you date a single mom? I have never heard to it referred to as, of course I would. This woman is invaluable to me because she gave life to the world. So single moms are like very, very, I've never heard anybody talk about it like that ever. So I don't know what world he was living in, but let's listen one more again.
When you think you have kids?
I'm not having kids.
What you mean you're not having kids?
I'm not having kids.
That's what you was born here to do.
No, I'm not.
That's what you're born to do. Anyway, sorry.
Why would you not want to have kids?
Why would I?
I'm asking you.
I want to have kids. I don't see any benefit.
For giving somebody life?
You have a kid and your life becomes about the kid. I want my life to be about me.
Oh, you selfish.
That's okay.
You selfish. Got it. So that was the second clip. Luckily, again, it was on a woman's channel and not a man. So the comments were commenting for me. Let's read some of those comments together. It's so funny they call child-free people selfish, but the first to say I had kids so someone will take care of me when I'm older. That's selfish to me. Yes, people definitely do have children and they be like, okay, I took care of my kids. Now they gonna wipe my butt now that I can't do it anymore. So surprise, but please, you watch Amani. She's a hidden gem. Yes, she deserves more views. So we're actually going to go to her YouTube channel because this was a full interview. I didn't know this was a full interview. I just saw these 2 clips on TikTok and I didn't even know they were hers. I thought she was just posting them. So I have discovered and subscribed to her, and yeah, Black women empowerment about to grow one by one channel, by one very much needed channel, because I hope she catches on and picks up traction and becomes very big on YouTube, because she in there saying it's not even, let me pause. I don't mean to take away any credit from what she's doing. I don't feel like she's even doing anything very rigorous as far as like intellectual stimulating conversation. I just feel like she's saying some very basic ideas and concepts and he legitimately cannot comprehend it. I don't see a benefit to having children. What? You don't see a benefit to giving life? That is what you were born to do. Anyway, did you find your sock? Oh, y'all saw the thing in the Discord. I didn't post that yet. So I'm going to post it, though, on TikTok. And none of y'all are going to watch it because none of y'all subscribe to my TikTok. Nobody. I see y'all coming on my shorts on YouTube sometimes. Y'all are like, what is going on here? What is this and why? Please stop. I'll read your comments. Y'all are like, please stop. Please don't do that anymore. Why do people think not having kids is selfish? The only person I want to worry about is myself. Oh, I would call it selfish to a degree if you only want to worry about yourself and that's why you're not having children. Sure, I would call it selfish to a degree, but I don't think being selfish is inherently bad. Like maybe, I don't know, I can't afford a child. I don't have the mental capacity to care for a child. Maybe I don't have like adequate housing or ability to provide food, water, or shelter to my child. Maybe I just genuinely don't want a child, and I don't think people who don't want children should have to. I don't know. Does that sound selfish? Because it doesn't sound selfish to me. Like if you don't want a child, so you don't have a child. Maybe I'm missing something. So, all right. So those were the 2 clips I saw. No, now what we're not going to do, we're not going to read that. I put it on the screen, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to talk about people who sound like they have gravy in their arteries. That's not what we're going to do. We don't have to do that. We're better than that. Not much better, if I'm being honest, but I'm not much better than that, but I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be better. So let me play my little intermission and then we can get into the video. Actually, I've been very rude. How's everyone in the chat doing first? Because we have something to look at. As you all tell me how you're doing. I've been so rude. I didn't even show you guys my memes. I didn't even show you guys the memes for the day. That is so rude of me. I apologize. Let's get through some of these. I don't know what possessed someone to make this. I need to understand. If y'all are confused about the memes you see me put out, then you need to understand that I'm confused by things like this. I'm like, how do you even have this idea? Like, what is how do you even have the idea to put this together? I don't understand.
You want some?
Yeah.
He said you want some, and then he took it all. he took it all. This isn't a meme. This is just something that I feel like if I had a child, I would do. And I'm glad to see it's not just me.
You want some?
Yeah.
Not the you want some is what really got me. But yeah, I'll have children just to smell them. Just to smell them.
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't a meme. That was just we just watching stuff at this point. We just watching stuff. Since we're watching stuff, here's a
Yeah, oh, he looks like he's asleep. They keep their eyes open all the time. Okay. Yeah, ready. Oh, he looks like he's asleep. They keep their eyes open all the time. Okay.
Okay, now the only reason I laughed at this is because it wasn't me in the chair. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. Let's see. Spaghetti. What is going on here?
Pizza, pizza.
Oh, I don't.
Pizza, pizza.
Okay, I don't know what that was, but it was in my saved. So, yeah.
Hey, rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
I don't think Pop Smoke would want this.
Hey, rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
So I actually don't like when people make service workers' life difficult. It was just so I didn't know what was going to happen when I watched the video, and he shocked me. So now we're all shocked together. We are all shocked together. Let's see what else is going on in here. What's going on in this saved folder? Okay, so now that I gave us some baby fever, I wanted to take it away. That's all. So I think that's all of our memes. That's all the memes that we're gonna look at today, because these other ones, I don't think I can show these on.
This is damage to the front end of your car, which hit his car in the rear. This.
Why would she do that? Why would she do that? Someone in the comments said, for those of you who are wondering, he doesn't have any type of disability. He was just surprised.
This is damage to the front end of your car, which hit his car in the rear. This is damage.
Okay, so now we're done with our memes. We are finally done with our memes. Almost.
How's it feel being Cincinnati, baby?
I want you to nut in my ice cream.
You want me to what?
Nut in my ice cream. It'd be good.
You're a weird character.
The question was, how does it feel being in Cincinnati?
How's it feel being Cincinnati, baby?
I want you to nut in my ice cream.
You want me to what?
Nut in my ice cream. It'd be good.
You're a weird character.
Okay, now we all single, so yeah, we're all single except Tiff. Tiff is happily married. So Let's watch some male bonding, and then we can finish on that.
Let's see. Vai, puxa. Ai. Ai. Cara, tá muito perto. Perdeu. Já peidou. Ai, puxa. Aí sai coisa. São dois caras. Aí sai coisa. São dois caras usados. Ô! Dei dois aí. Ô! Peidou. Perdeu. É, tu? Vai vir mesmo? Tem coragem? Ó! Beijou! Não! Tu é viado, porra! Não! Tu tá mandando, rapaz! Não!
Yeah, so if you have any male friends, what they probably don't tell you is that this is what we do at those parties when we're like, hey, I'm gonna go out with my friends. Well, let me not tell too much. All right, so let me play the thing and then we can get into the video. Okay, so welcome everyone. We going to the bedroom after all that. Let me find out y'all are playing with the homies. Anywho, I think he was talking about the other clip. So I discovered a channel recently, and the channel is called One Thing About It. So apparently Amani also has a YouTube channel where she oops, wrong tab, where she discusses things and stuff. But she has a podcast called One Thing About It. So be sure to go over there to her channel and give it some love. It should be in the description of this video if you guys want to check it out after this is over and go and give her video a like, since she made it. And, you know, we're not going to steal from Black women. So y'all make sure to each individually go over there and give her like after this video. But I saw the entire episode was here, and I watched a little bit of it and then skipped around some to see some critical parts. It is 45 minutes long. So I did not watch the whole thing alone because I was like, why subject myself to torture when I can subject it to us all? What was on that tab? Don't worry about it. Hello, Miri. Welcome. I think I saw LB2. Welcome, D. So let's see what we saw here. The other tab was just my memes. That's all that was. Nothing unusual over there. So no accusation should pop up in the immediate future. But yeah, I wanted to watch the entire thing, and this is just like a replacement stream since we didn't get to talk about Keke Palmer and her ex-boyfriend yesterday or Sunday due to my car being totaled. So y'all were like, screw your car. And we were promised a live stream. And I was like, okay, well, let's do one. So this is not going to be a very rigorous video where I tear apart anything. Not that I do that normally anyway. We're literally just reacting because I think she deserves the view, because I'm not going to put in the effort into talking to these people, but she does. So and the title of this video is Why Do Old Men Pray After Young Women?
Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the One Thing About It podcast. You're here with your host, Amani Talks, and we have a very special guest in the building. I'll let him introduce himself. Go ahead.
What's up, BK?
Now, what we're not going to do is call this a special, well, anyway, sorry.
Hey.
Okay. Tell us what you do.
I mean, you supposed to do that.
Why? No, I like for my guests to introduce themselves. Tell us what you do.
Well,
tell us about your brand. He got his brand on today.
Well, it's not about that. I'm BK, love hip hop. I did my actor. I got a recurring role on Tubi right now.
Okay.
On a show called Money and Violence.
So Tubi. Anyway, let me not talk down about someone's career. I'm glad that he has a career on Tubi, actually.
Okay. I gotta check that out.
It's really good. Lion Gates picked it up. I was an artist, wrote a lot of stuff for a lot of people. travel the world, 28 countries.
You said you used to record in the studio, right?
Yeah.
We're at the Bravo Ocean studio.
Yeah. That's so crazy because when I walked in, I was lost. You had me lost. You sent me in the wrong place.
I didn't send him nothing wrong.
Sorry. I got to the right place and I was like, all right, that's crazy memory here. One crazy memory here.
Yes.
No, crazy. I had to get out of here.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, clothing lines, well traveled, and came to talk to you today.
Y'all, BK DM'd me, okay? He DM'd the podcast page. He was like, call me. I got something he was like, we got to talk about 2 things. I called him, y'all. He wanted to talk about a clip. Every time I post this clip, the men be so mad. The men they be spitting mad. They be banging, crying and throwing up, spitting, everything. So let's get into what we're talking about today, okay? Because one thing about it, this is what we're going to talk about. And I'm pretty much quoting me because this is the clip that you had a problem with.
I have a problem with it. I just thought you was wrong.
Okay, we're going to see. One thing about it, when men, and this is me just paraphrasing, when men in their 40s and 50s date women half their age, it's because something is wrong with them. So they have to date younger because younger girls are more naive.
Let me pause. What I decided to do is whenever she asks a question, we're going to we're going to answer it first. So I'm about to ask it in the audience. Don't worry, I'm about to make a poll. Don't worry, I'm about to make a poll. Let's rewind so we can get that question again.
Women had a problem with. This is what we're going to talk about. And I'm pretty much quoting me because this is the clip that you had a problem with.
I have a problem with it. I just thought you was wrong.
Okay, we're going to see. One thing about it, when men, and this is me just paraphrasing, when men in their 40s and 50s date women half their age, it's because something is wrong with them. So they have to date younger because younger girls are more naive. Agree or disagree?
I totally disagree.
Why do you disagree?
Because that's the case. Why Jay-Z dated Beyonce?
You don't think something's mentally wrong with Jay-Z to date somebody half his age?
No.
Okay.
Why Puff dates Carisha?
Oh, please, let's not get into that. We can talk about that the whole episode.
It's just women mature faster than men. It's really something that happens. And most men.
Okay. That poll is in the chat now. I'm going to let it play as you all vote because I just want to gauge where we all are. All right. 100% yes. Okay. We're all on one accord.
Women mature faster than men. It's really something that happens. And most women like get older, they be out of shape.
So let's start with the women mature.
All right. I'm going to take notes as well. First, he says Jay-Z and Beyonce for some reason. I don't know why people, to disprove trends, use one example instead of like broad data. Maybe because the broad data won't support what he's saying, but he said Jay-Z and Beyonce, and then he said older women get out of shape. Do we need a moment of silence? Hold up. Because I do think this is important.
It's just women mature faster than men. It's really something that happens. And most women like get older, they be out of shape.
Now I caught her smiling. I meant to catch him being there, existing, but it's fine.
So let's start with the women mature faster than men. That's a fact.
Yeah.
But
so listen,
we're talking maybe 10 years.
Wait, is that a fact? Let me Google. Okay, first thing I found, girl brains mature faster than boys, factor fiction. It's from a .org, so hopefully reputable. Is it fact or is it fiction? For a long time, many have heard that girls are the more mature gender, whereas boys tend to act childlike their entire lives. Is this true or a myth? Let's see. As puberty starts, the female brain jumps to at least 2 years older than their physical age. Males, however, usually take until their late teen years or even early 20s to match their female peers' mental age. Oops. Petti added, things that a man can do and get away with could not possibly be expected from a woman. Males ideally use one hemisphere of their brains compared to a woman who uses the center of both hemispheres. Both hemispheres activate responses to stimuli such as faces and emotions. These responses are activated by the hippocampus, which is the root of emotional memory, which explains why males This explains why males say 7,000 words a day compared to a woman who say nearly 20,000 words a day. Now I don't know if this is reputable or not, because if I remember correctly, that women say 7,000 words a day. Excuse me, that men say 7,000 words a day and women say 20,000. I thought that might have been disproven. Let's see. So now we have to fact check. Y'all know we're not going to be ignorant. That's not what we're going to do over here. The claim that men only speak 7,000 words per day is an invented statistic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they use women and men both speak about 16,000 words a day. So I'm going to look for if I can find that from a more reputable source as we let the video play. Because I do think women mature faster than men, but I don't think it's like a biological thing in the brain. I just think men are allowed to be children for a really, really long time.
Yeah, 10 years.
Okay.
10 years is cool.
Yeah, but when I'm talking about 50-year-old men trying to date 20-something-year-olds,
I mean,
I'm like, there's something wrong with you.
Not 20-year-olds, because I'm scared of 20-year-olds. If a 50-year-old man would date, that would be like disgusting to me.
I see it all the time, though. We see it all the time.
I don't believe they can't handle a woman their age.
That's not the rhetoric. What I'm saying is, women your age see that you ain't on your shit, something's wrong with you, and so they be like, I'm good on him. And so you date younger because younger girls don't know any better.
No, that's a lie.
That's a lie?
That's a lie.
So so when you were in high school, right, and you graduated high school,
okay,
I'm sure you had friends that graduated high school and they weren't doing shit with their lives, and they would come back to high school and date 16-year-old girls. Like, nigga, you're in your 20s, like you're almost in college.
Hold up, you scare me. 16-year-old girls? That's a pervert. My daughter's 16-year-old. If my daughter date a man that's 24, I would wild on her.
Can I tell you a story?
All right, and let me notate that his daughter is different. That's what I heard. I heard my daughter is different. Her 16 and other girls 16 is different. 16 for my daughter is too young, but you know. But to be fair, he did say 20 and 50 was too young. So I wonder what age gap he's talking about.
Freshman year of high school, my best friend, we were friends since elementary school. At this point, we're 13. I haven't even had my first kiss yet, because that's, And I'm talking to her, and she's telling me that she's dating a guy in his 20s.
He was disgusting.
I said,
you should have called the cops.
But listen, do you know how normalized that is to
Wait, I couldn't have heard that right. I know he didn't say she was disgusting. She should have called the cops. Surely he said he and she. Let me re-listen.
It was disgusting.
And I'm talking to her, and she's telling me that she's dating a guy in his 20s.
He was disgusting.
I said,
you should have called the cops.
But listen.
Okay, so he says he was disgusting. Good. And you should have called the cops.
Do you know how normalized that is? To you, that's probably like, oh, that's crazy. I have a 13-year-old daughter. To me, that I was a 13-year-old girl, and I know how many 20-year-old guys try to talk to me and my friends when we were in high school, and that my friend is the proof of that. Like, she was having sex with a guy who was in his 20s, and she was 13 in high school.
So, well, your friend wasn't fast.
Oh, so she was fast. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's pause here because I don't know that I can just let that fly. That a grown man is talking to a child doesn't make the child fast. That makes the child preyed on by the grown man. The grown man who you are saying aren't dating children because they need someone to control, but rather because old women just look bad or something. I don't know what reason he said, but yeah, no, I don't think a child being preyed upon by a grown man makes the child fast. I'm not sure why men tend to look at it that way, unfortunately. And even some women look at it that way too. So
even when he said his age, she just is.
And again, I want to point out, if this was his child, his 16-year-old daughter he's talking about, who a grown man in his 20s is talking to his child who is like just left middle school, I don't know that he would be calling his child fast, right? Because what he said about his daughter earlier regarding 16 being too young and all this, it sounds like he's going to protect his child. So I'm not sure why when it comes to other girls, they're fast. I'm not sure why that distinction is made. But maybe I'm misreading it. So let me listen more.
I'm 13.
But
first of all, where was her mother?
And that's nothing.
All right, this is going to be a tough one to get through because it's 45 minutes and we're pausing every 2 seconds. Let's re-listen.
Oh, so she was fast. Okay.
Yeah. Even when he said her age, she just said, "I'm 13."
So when the grown man was preying on the child, it's the child responsibility to like. It's the child's responsibility to rebuff his advances. Now, let me pause and say, I think it's good. I think it would be good to teach your child that if a grown man is talking to you, you need to call me or call the police or block them, screenshot, whatever. I think that's absolutely good. I just watched something from Bourbon Bougie where she's talking about we need to teach our daughters to expose these men because these men just do what they do in private and get no repercussion. So she was pointing out one underage girl who like posted screenshots of this grown man talking to her, and people were upset at the child and they were like, why didn't you just go to the police? Why are you embarrassing him publicly? But I was like, why were you talking to a child? The reason you're ashamed that this leaked is because you were talking to a child and now the community knows. So I just wanted to insert that disclaimer. I don't think it's bad to encourage children to like rebuff a grown person's advances, but I don't place the responsibility on a child in that situation in the way that it seems like he is.
But
first of all, where was her mother?
And that's nothing.
Also, where was her mother? Your parents can't be around you 24/7, 365 days a year. And usually, it's not like a boogeyman jumps out the bushes or something. According to the research, it tends to be someone you know, someone you're close to, a trusted individual. That can be your teacher. That can be your pastor, your uncle, your cousin. So the idea that if you have a trusted individual around to guard you doesn't make sense to me based on the research, because it tends to be those trusted individuals who take advantage of that trust. So like, again, what we're discussing is a child being preyed on. And so far, he seems to put responsibility on the child and on the child's mother, who cannot be with the child 24/7. Again, I want to add a disclaimer. I think there is a such thing as neglect, and there can be parents who are neglectful, and that can lead to your child being unprotected. But again, I don't place the onus on the child and the parent. Well, the parent to some degree, right? But mainly to the person who has actually done it. So who said no to the poll and why? Welcome, Malaya. Yeah, that's what we need to know. When older men date women half their age, it's because they need to date someone naive, or, well, that's all I had space to write in the poll. There was other stuff like immature and unaware and inexperienced, but 98% said yes, that is why older men are doing that, and 2% said no. So I guess if y'all want to talk about that, I'll post the link as I play some more. But yeah, I just want to reiterate, I don't like that he's placing, it feels like he's placing onus on the child and on the mother or the parent and anybody but the actual assaulter. So
at 13 years old, even when he said her age, she just said, "I'm 13."
But
first of all, where was her mother?
And that's nothing. At
13 years old,
I asked her. I was like, there's no way that you're. I was like, there's no way.
Also, if you say you're 13, men will say, "Oh, I'll wait," or "Age ain't nothing but a number," or they'll talk to you anyway. Which, if you talk to 13-year-old girls about being hit on, they will let you know that grown men are hitting on them at 13, knowing they're 13. So, just, oh, why didn't you say you were 13? Because they're gonna keep talking to me anyway. That's why. So.
There's no way that your parents know. I was like, does your mom know? She said, yeah. I'm sure she was lying.
Your friend was a liar and she was fast.
But just the fact that a 20-year-old guy would even be interested in a 13-year-old girl, and that's not far-fetched. It happens all the time.
And your friend is disgusting. Both of them disgusting. And you're disgusting for not telling them.
Not only is the PDF file disgusting, but your friend is also disgusting for quote unquote letting him or whatever. Like hopefully we're all on the same page. Because I'm the ick or whatever the kids call it. I have more than that. And I'm just gonna say this woman has a lot more patience than I do. Lock this one up. I feel like it's an admission.
You should
When
have
I
told.
was 13.
You should have told. Why ain't tell her mother? She dating a 24-year-old boy. She 13. That is disgusting. But is this generation y'all fast? And y'all listen. I ain't have sex till I was 18,
Mm-hmm.
and I told my daughter, "You 16. You have sex now. You go straight to hell."
Okay, so his daughter actually does not have that protection that he spoke about earlier. He will categorize her as fast too if a grown man does statutory stuff with her, trying to remain as PG as I can for YouTube.
BK, I don't got time for your shenanigans.
But you know what? Listen, I mean, I said that to her, but you know, I tell her like this: we have open conversation. Where I told
That
her,
don't seem open to me.
No,
Your daughter gonna be like, damn, I can't tell my dad shit.
no, we really have open. Like I told her, men want what's between your legs, like I wanted what's between your mother legs. That's how you got here. So there's gonna be men that's cool, slick, that could talk and have you.
I'm trying not to pause a lot, but like I don't like that. You were talking to your daughter and you were like, oh, I wanted that thing between your mom's legs. That's why you're here. Like, oh, who she is as a person. She's like a human being who's my equal. She has thoughts, feelings, emotion. No, she's like actually a whole that I can use. Oh, but she also has arms and legs and a mouth and stuff attached to it. So I don't know.
Going. You have to go through it. You're gonna get your heart broke. You're gonna think you're gonna love again. You're gonna go through all that. I ain't gonna be able to save you. I can tell you, but you have to go through it to become a woman. This is not something that is exempt from anybody.
Also, you can't be up here talking about old men aren't dating young women to lie and manipulate. And then immediately, oh, I tell my daughter all men want to do is lie and manipulate you. So don't do it because all they want is this. And that's all they care about. How are you going to say these two things, two sentences apart?
People living in Atlanta, they've been skinny a couple of times from heartbroken. How long you been here?
6 years.
You've been heartbroken a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
Of course, you got skinny. So welcome to the
But
world.
that's not the point of what we're saying, though. The point of what I'm trying to get at is that it's so normalized for men to go so much younger, and that's weird. That's weird.
Only 10 years.
Okay, and that's what I said. With
Let me let that play. Maybe I misheard. Maybe I misheard.
then that's so much younger, and that's weird. That's weird.
Only 10 years.
Okay, and that's what I said. Within the 10-year range, that's normal because women want to date somebody a few years older than them. But
nah, if you at 9 and 8, I'm looking at you weird unless you're over 30, both of you. I don't know about that one. If you 5 and 6, look, if you're someone who's 5 and 6 years over, and you're like 22, I'm Kenneth, what say you? You came to defend him? You're on mute. Going once. Going twice. Okay. Well, Kenneth, I think you might be having microphone issue. You might want to leave out and try to come back in.
But
more than 20 years older than them.
No, more than 20 years is disgusting.
It is, and that's what I was saying.
But
When
you
a
didn't
man
say,
that age wants to, no, that's what I said.
I saw it. It did not say.
So if they're 20 and 10, it's okay. Yeah, I wish they would specify an age range so that we can know. Are we talking about 40 and 50-year-old people? Because I don't care if you're talking about a 10-year age gap. Are we talking about like 30 and 20 years old? Because I care, even though they're both legal. Are we talking about 18 and 28? Are we talking about 15 and 25? Like, I want you to just, I need to know what age range they're working within. Is that Kenny? Kenny, are you trolling, Kenny? Is that you?
No. I'm not trolling. I had to step away. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. You wanted to defend him?
No, I wasn't defending him. I just wanted to explain that my vote, because the way the question was posed, I voted no because I just think they're predators. And I guess you can make the argument that they're preying on people who they feel like are less mature, but I don't really believe that being a pedophile is about finding. I think you're just sick in the head, because you could find a vulnerable woman of age and you wouldn't necessarily need to find someone who was 20 years younger than you.
That's true, but I do think men associate immediately when they look at age, they start associating stuff, even if that stuff doesn't necessarily associate with age. Like they start associating anything we were talking about, like someone who's manipulative or what's it called? I don't know the word I'm looking for. Not a very strong mental fortitude, no experience and stuff like that. I think they associate it with younger ages, even if. So, I mean, yeah, I don't think we disagree, actually. I don't think we disagree.
Yeah, I didn't want anyone thinking I was defending predators by voting no. That's the only reason I even came up.
Your vote was anonymous. You came up here and owned it. So here we are. But okay. You can stay or leave. I won't force you. You have free will and autonomy. I had a car accident yesterday. Nobody cares.
I'm crying. I'm gonna leave for now. I might come back up later.
Okay. All right.
This age, 20 years. No, that listen.
That's what I said. I said women in their 20s. That's what I said.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think women in their 20s, like 22, them will not have washed themselves yet.
I mean, we can argue the same thing for men up into their 30s, but that's besides the
We
point.
don't know. I mean, y'all got a lot going on down there.
So do men. Men don't be wanting to put their fingers in their booty hole when they be.
Wait, hold up. Are you okay? Oh, I don't want to talk about. I don't want to make this about me. Let me re-listen to that, because that just any thought that was in my mind that just took it away.
I mean, y'all got a lot.
I mean, we can argue the same thing for men up into their 30s, but that's besides.
Will not have washed themselves yet.
I said women in their 20s. That's what I said.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think women in their 20s, like 22, them will not have washed themselves yet.
Okay, women in their 20s don't know how to wash their stuff yet. I think that's important. Because if you guys remember the stream we did, what was it, like a few weeks ago, maybe a month? What we learned is that men don't change their bed sheets. They don't tend to brush their teeth. They don't tend to wash regularly. Let me see if I can find this. How do I pull up the study? It's showing it, but it won't let me click on it. So I can put it on the screen. Gender differences in washing hands, gender differences in cutting nails, shaving face, skin care, hair care, hand washing after using public transportation, changing underwear every day, sanitizing lip. Ew. Y'all, the one we read was like bed sheets, brushing teeth. That's what I'm looking for, but I'm finding even more disgusting stuff. No, I don't like this. Ew. Study showed that women have more stringent hygiene standards. Women had stricter hygiene norms than men, while the differences between the sexes varied. I'm just reading some stuff. I'd like a conclusion or result section that's easy to read, but I can't find one right now. So maybe we can revisit this. But just know that there is a gender gap when it comes to hygiene. And I don't know what he was talking about. Women don't know how to wash themselves because lies from hell. You want to date women that don't know how to wash so you can teach them. Yeah, so I can teach them. You have to teach your child how to wash themselves or whatever he said earlier.
I mean, we can argue the same thing for men up into their 30s, but that's besides the
We
point.
don't know. I mean, y'all got a lot going on down there.
So do men. Men don't be wanting to put their fingers in their booty hole when they be washing up. And that's a fact.
Hold on. Fingers in a booty hole? Why would I put my fingers in my booty hole?
Because that's how you get your butthole clean.
What
you don't just graze the surface.
we
You have to
not.
put a finger in the butthole. After you poop, that's how you get it clean. And when I tell men,
Hold up. Now, I have a. I don't know if y'all know what a bidet is, but it's gonna have to be the bidet, the baby wipes, and the toilet paper. Cause no, I'm gonna just have to be unhygienic. Let me hold up. Let's make a new poll. This poll has been up long enough because I need to understand something. I need to understand something about my audience. This has got to be a joke. This has to be a joke. Y'all are lying to me. Y'all are lying. Are y'all actually serious? Okay. Nah, y'all was trolling. No. When I say the finger method, what I mean is putting your finger up your butthole in the way that she just said. After you boo-boo. Well, maybe it makes sense that men don't wash their hands more if y'all doing all that in the bedroom. If y'all doing all that, hold up. Cause why 55% of y'all voted yes? I thought y'all was joking. I thought y'all was gonna be with me. Nah, y'all gotta understand. I put this out there. I was like, it ain't no way people putting their finger in their butt to clean it. It ain't no way. And then 99% of y'all voted yes. And I was like, wait, am I not hygienic? Actually, wait. Let me go to the doctor and ask this question. I shouldn't be asking my chat this. And this is a doctor question. What is happening? That's a good question. That's a very good question. I'm trying to see what's happening too. With the washcloth or the wipes? Let me see what she said again. Maybe I missed something.
The
fingers in a booty hole. Why? I mean, y'all got a lot of going on down there.
So do men. Men don't be wanting to put their fingers in a booty hole when they be washing up. And that's a fact.
Hold on. Fingers in a booty hole. Why would I put my fingers in
Okay, well, he got one. Sorry. She lost this one. In my mind, she lost this one. Because I understand some men don't want to touch that area at all, even when they shower, which is disgusting. But I don't know. I don't know if this is something that I'm gonna have to talk to my doctor and maybe my therapist about, because if this is a piece of hygiene I've been missing all my life, then I do think it's important to be hygienic. But I'm gonna need a doctor to tell me that. That's what I'm gonna need, because I don't believe y'all. I believe y'all are troll. I actually believe y'all are trolling. I'm gonna close that poll now because y'all are joking with me. 46% of y'all used 46. Okay, never mind. I'll leave it up for a little bit.
my booty hole?
Because that's how you get your butthole clean.
What
You
is-
don't just graze the surface.
we
You got to
not-
put a finger in the butthole. After you poop, that's how you get it clean.
Who
And when I tell men that, they be like, "Oh, that's crazy. You got to put a finger in your booty hole to get it clean." And men don't know that. Women know that. Women put their fingers in their booty hole. Just one. I'm not talking 2, 3, but you get a towel, you put you go below the surface, just a little bit, and clean it up. Men don't even do that.
AMANI, are you crazy right
No,
now?
I'm not. That's really.
Let me take some notes. Let me write down the method.
Oh, the fingers. You got to put a finger in your booty hole to get it clean. And men don't know that. Women know that. Women put their fingers in their booty hole. Just one. I'm not talking 2, 3, but you get a towel, you put you go below the surface, just a little bit, and clean it up. Men don't even do that.
AMANI, are you crazy right now?
No, I'm not. That's
I'm
really
not
how
putting
that's really how you get your butt clean.
I'm very
That's
clean.
how you get your butt
I'm
clean.
not
Unless
I want to show everybody a proper way on save on your toilet tissue. Can you see me, Janelle?
Yeah.
Okay, if your toilet tissue get down this low, okay, you don't have it anymore, what you do? You take one of these. Now, this is going to help you save on your toilet tissue bill. You turn around and you fold it one time, you fold it 2 times, then you fold it a 3rd time, okay? Then you see this little tip right here? You tear that off. If you're sitting on a stool, you put it beside the stool. Once you get done taking a shit or pissing, you put your finger in there, you wipe your ass, okay? Then you take this and you wipe all this off of your hand, okay, all that shit. Then you take this, you put it in the stool and flush it. But this right here, when I told you to save the little tip, you clean all that shit out your fingernail. Cut it off.
Oh, look, we got a Themis cameo. Look at him in my recommended.
Hello.
Let's not play Themis after we just watched that. Actually, let's separate. Let's separate that. So I want to first apologize. I did not know that I was actually being unhygienic. I did not know y'all were doing this in the bathroom. Now, what I'm not gonna do is be shaking people's hands no more. I never again. Even with hand sanitizer. Dingleberries, itchy butt petty. How do you clean your ears? Okay, but my ears and an anus are different. I feel like, and you're not supposed to stick stuff in your ears. Supposedly that pushes the wax in further. So y'all just pushing boo boo back up your butt. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. Nah, I never shaking her hand. Okay, as a woman, I don't put fingers in the hole at all. Flabbergasted. Okay, sorry. We spent a lot of time on this because I was just, she has to define just a little bit. That's what needs to be defined. Take your hand with the soap and scrub back and forth, but not in the hole. That's how I learned that anus is very sensitive. I didn't know one could lose that much blood from the anus. With a wet wipe. That's why hepatitis is so rampant. Petty work at a hospital. Look, I'm a janitor at the hospital. I missed this part. They didn't teach us that when we were learning how to sweep floors. Let's move on.
Putting my finger in my booty hole. I'm not putting my finger in my. I'm gonna wash my butt, but I'm not putting my finger in my booty hole.
You do a little bit below the surface. I see you go all the way in.
A broken clock.
And you just do a little on the surface.
See that finger you point scares me because it's long. And the nails are long, so it scares me. And I can't even look at that. Let's go to that's disgusting.
No, but going back to what we were saying too, because I just be out, like I'll go out to dinner with my friends and I'll be seeing these guys that look like they like damn near 60 and they be hitting on girls that look younger than me. And I'll be like, what is wrong? I'll be like, there's something wrong with y'all that first of all, you're not married.
So you never dated an older man?
Not nobody in his 50s, no.
Have you ever dated an older man? Answer the question, yes or no.
I've messed with somebody that was early 40s.
You dated an older man?
I messed with somebody that was early 40s.
Still not giving, you see, women don't give a direct yes or no.
Yes,
Look, when I was in middle school, I had girls in my class who were crushing on our social studies teacher because they were saying he was hot or something. The fact that a child may want someone who's grown doesn't mean that what's going on is like something we should encourage or engage in. Obviously, she's talking about being a young adult talking to a grown adult, but I only use that example to say that the principle of, oh, well, they like it too. So, okay, well, statutory stuff is a thing. So don't nobody care. Ask which finger is the poop finger. It better be the middle finger. I don't know what why else you would anyway. Because if you want to go deep, I don't know why. Why are you using your pointing finger? Why are you using your index finger? And you might as well not get in there. You're gonna do all that just to not even go all the way. Okay.
I just said I did. So in his early 40s.
Okay, so how was that?
It was fine.
You enjoyed it?
He was really fun. He was fun to go out with. So we weren't dating. That was never my boyfriend. Whenever he was in town, he wanted to go out. I was like, yeah, me and my friends will come out with you.
Why you gotta go with you and your friends?
Because that's what the vibe was.
Why? How you know?
That's what he'll be like, come out with your friends.
Because he okay.
Yeah, we weren't on it like that.
But he was cool though. It was like if he
I thought he was very nice. I thought he was very.
Yeah, like me and my friends hang out with my with one of my friends' dad, and he takes us to Chuck E. Cheese. But like y'all understand that don't. Sorry.
Very cool. I liked him. Definitely.
See, you liked him. So see, he said.
But would I seriously?
I'm trying to stop pausing and just let them talk.
Date him though, because I'll be like, no, because what would a 40-something-year-old want with me?
Why? How old are you?
Back then, I'm 28 now. Okay. But this was like 3-4 years ago.
So if a 40-year-old man come at you, you wouldn't date him?
Now I would. Okay. But when I was 4 years ago,
So what he said about a 10-year age gap being the only acceptable thing, anything more than that is not fine. He lied. Because now he about to argue, why didn't you want to date the 40-year-old man when you were 25?
24 and he's in his 40s.
Oh, yeah,
I was like, what do you want with me? Let's be very much for real.
I mean, he want to
and here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with being single. Like, I'm not saying that like, oh, there's something wrong with you because you're not married. I'm just saying date somebody your own age. Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you dating women your own age?
Because you know what? I don't want to be disrespectful, man.
You don't want to be disrespectful. Well, you failed the test, so go ahead.
Listen, you saw the comments. They were already saying it all in the comments.
Let me tell you
talking
something.
about how older women are run through and they not in shape. And I'll be like, y'all think y'all don't look like
women.
Fucking...
Listen. Some women, not all. Not all. Some women be pretty when they're young. When they get older, they be looking bad.
All right, moment of silence one more time. Okay, I'm glad we could all have that moment of silence.
Man, we just like me. I'm just gracefully, looking better at every day.
Okay.
Like,
my apologies. I needed a second. I did not know he was gonna say that. I did not know he was gonna say that. That's what I didn't know he was gonna say. I just all right.
You think you're the exception?
Yeah, you know that.
Okay.
I'm a handsome guy, man. Waves, pretty, you know what I mean?
But the average guy thinks the same as you, though, and the average guy does not get older.
Don't talk him up. But the average guy can't be as attractive as you. Anyway, the average guy is sitting across from you on the couch, ma'am. I'm not to tell her what she finds attractive and not. So
with age.
Oh no,
just like people in general. When you get a little older, you get a little thicker in the waist, you get a little
you gotta go to the
older
gym.
in the face. Okay.
Go to the gym.
Yeah.
And stop drinking so much. Y'all look crazy.
This ain't about what you can do to stop the aging process. This is about the average man, sir. This is about what the average man look like.
You can do too. Y'all be having them pop bellies, especially in Atlanta.
Yeah, but
much, they be saying it's the lean gut.
I don't really drink, so
yeah, you don't.
Like I told my friend the other day, my homeboy, I was like, yo, bro, you starting to look crazy.
Sir, what she just said is the average man looks like this. She isn't talking about you. She isn't talking about what we can do to mitigate the effects of aging. She's saying, what are you talking about? This doesn't work generally because the average man, sir, Mr. Attractive, sir, waves and pretty, he said. The average man just can't be you, unfortunately. The average man can't be in shape and looking good like this. So what will the average man do? And then he said work out, and they not gonna do it because they don't already. So
is he old? He said, wow. I said, bro, stop drinking so much. That like I go to my old neighborhood in Brooklyn, the guys I grew up with, I be looking at them versus me. I'm like, why do you look like this? This is hard living.
I want to see what they look like. Oh man, imagine being on the other side of that conversation. That's tough. That's tough.
New York is just harder living, period, though.
But people just I mean, I just think that, you gotta take care of yourself, take care of your body, take care, watch what you and put in your body. Like if you put anything in your body, I can't trust what come out your mouth.
I mean, that's true. That's true. You always gotta take care of yourself, upkeep, maintenance, make sure you look good when you get older.
Yeah,
but older men be like, I don't want older women or women my age because they look this way. And I'll be like, but you're bald.
Thank you, ma'am, for bringing it back to what you were saying. Like, what do you talk about? Oh, you can eat fruits and vegetables. Well, ain't nobody talking about your health plan. We're talking about the average man and why he's bald and with a beer belly, saying that he don't want someone who, I don't know, looks like her age. Not even ugly, just looks like her age. You
getting bald and you getting fat.
I mean that, but
and you get saggy just like.
But those are exceptions.
Like, you don't want your match.
Those are exceptions.
And here's what here's something.
And maybe you'll bring life to them.
I was about to say that I ain't letting no old nigga suck the life out of me. No, I'm not doing it.
Why?
You want to hoe around in your 20s and your 30s. Now you're 50 and you're single because you was hoeing around all around town, community dick. And now you want to get somebody that's younger because they less used. You're used. So you're used up and you want somebody less used up. No, go ahead and get your match. Y'all, people, they be out here, they be having several baby mothers, several kids, but want a girl with no kids. No, get your match.
He just, what? Just the way he just paused and he's like, oh, don't even know what to say. Like, absolutely, sir. That is what's, let the cogs turn. I think it's actually good to like think before you respond to someone or before you speak. So I don't think that part's bad, but I think it's interesting. This is what made him buffer.
I get it. Get your match. Get your match.
You might be
get who's equal to you.
You might be their match. You can't.
I'm not no 50-year-old nigga match.
You can't determine why. Okay, so listen. Let's okay, what if he's rich?
What if he's
rich? Now you want to shake the leg.
Yes, sir. So what you just described is, first of all, she says, if you have 17 children by 17 different women and you're looking and you're in your 40s and 50s and I'm like 25 with no kids, you are not my match. And he's like, why can't he be the match? And she's like, boy, bye. He says, oh, what if he has money? What it feels like he's acknowledging is that person is not exactly a catch, so they have to make up for it in other areas. And that's fine. If you want to date someone with 17 kids because they're rich, look, Nick Cannon has his money split between 17 different children, and he's, I think, let me look up his net worth before I say this. Net worth is estimated 20 million. And now 20 split between 20 is still $1 million. So, you know, that's still, I think, rich in my mind. I could do anything I wanted and I don't want to do a lot. So, but yeah, if you want someone who makes up for their shortcoming in another way, that's fine. But what it sounds like he's saying is, yes, these men do have tons of shortcomings. And this woman who doesn't have those shortcomings is saying they're not my match. And it sounds like he's saying why. Why not lower your standard?
Get out of here, man. He's rich. You his match, right? She's your queen to be.
There's men my age that are rich though.
Okay, but I'm just they're not ready.
For what, marriage?
Okay, let me tell you something. Let's be honest. A 28-year-old man, right? I told my cousin, she called me crying. My boyfriend, I'm on the phone like, I waited to finish. I was like, how old is he? She said 28. He just came into some money. I said, leave that man alone. Let him go live his life. It's not happening.
I'm not gonna argue with that. If I was a guy in my late 20s, early 30s, and I just started getting my money and I'm good looking and the number for marriageable black men decreases every year. Yeah, so if I'm a black man, I'm above 6 foot, I'm decent looking, I got money, I'm still young, nigga, I'm not getting married either. Because I got my pick of the litter.
It's not even getting married.
The research supports this, by the way. I'm getting a call, so if it's not ghetto, I'm gonna let it play. Okay, don't worry. They were asking about my warranty, my car's extended warranty. I don't have a car. It's gone as of yesterday. And I don't have a warranty on it, even if I had it. So, but they're gonna call again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So,
relationship wise, he's not there.
I would date around.
Yeah,
I would date around.
So a guy your age, you're equivalent to a man 40 something, 28. That's your match.
Yeah, but my whole
hi, Lantonette, we missed you. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. You're at the good part. Well, all parts of this video are good. So
I'm telling you,
these are the guys that want so much younger than them, and I'm just
because
like, do you think that women half your age really want to be serious?
They're never going to be ready.
Men, period.
They're not going to be ready.
So what's the difference then?
40 something. That's when it starts to slow down.
Not for y'all in Atlanta.
Men are never going to be ready to settle down with one person, but at 40, they're more ready, even though they're not ready. Huh? Excuse me?
Born out of the ground like the animals. You know that men.
Black, rich, single, old men. Now, the research does indicate that when black men are considered a commodity. If you guys remember the study from Ralph Richard Banks and the book by the same name called, I think, Is Marriage for White People? He discusses the fact that black men in college are such a commodity because they're so rare that women desire them more, so they start dating concurrently, meaning they cheating or having open relationships or sleeping around a lot without committing to one person, and they tend not to get married. So I think the research would back what both of them are saying up, as far as they specified black men, but I assume this could be any men if they are treated as a commodity and like a rarity or something like that. So the research indicate that they are correct.
Literally, the Bible says we were born out of the ground like the animals. So what is the animal? A tiger. That's why a man can say, I love you, and have sex with multiple women.
And that's why I don't call
He don't love you. That's all. No further explanation.
a lot of men. I say males, because a lot of men aren't men. They're just males.
But it took me when I got my
pause. If a man is driven completely by his biology and a drive for sex, and he's never going to settle down in the way that this man is describing, I think it would be appropriate to call them male, because you are moving in an animalistic way. You are not moving like a human living in a society. You're moving like, what is it called? Maslow's hierarchy of need or something, where it's like, if you have your basic needs met, food, water, shelter, etc., and you're living in a comfortable society, then you start worrying about stuff that's not generally as important when you're starving, right? Like, why are you acting as if we are cavemen who don't live in a society, who live, like, I don't know, outside? Well, I guess in caves, it would be unfair to say cavemen live outside when they have the name cavemen, but we don't live like that anymore. So why are you driven completely by sex as if we are like some primitive beings? That would be a male. I think so. I think I would agree with that.
When I got engaged to wasn't my ex, I woke up one day, it wasn't the same. Late 30s. I wasn't the same where I could tame that person who I was. I have to have every woman I seen like, nah, I need that.
I'm not gonna say anything. Actually, I will. Again, we're not primitive beings. You shouldn't be controlled by your lust. What you're describing isn't, oh, I'm a man and this is just how men are. I don't like people who do that. I don't like people who say, oh, all men cheat. Oh, we all lie to our girl. We all date women who are 10 years young. I don't like that. I don't like that he like generalizes men like that. What I feel like you should say is, I can't be faithful to my wife for a long period of time. I don't have the discipline to just be sexual with one person. I'm unable to maintain a faithful relationship. You do not have to say all men this. Now, we can talk about men generally. We can absolutely do that. He can talk about men generally, but I don't like people saying it's inherently because you're a man, you just don't have the ability to be faithful because the XY chromosome or something. So also what I just said about primitive, like, stop. You are an adult, presumably. I don't know his age, but you are an adult. So I don't know, grow up. Like, I want to eat all the candy in the world, but I know that it's important to have a balanced diet, and like, so that I can maintain my health, because just doing something that you want to do isn't good for you. Isn't he the one who was just like, oh, men should work out, that way they stay in shape? They ain't doing that. They can't. If you don't even think, by his own admission, you don't even think men can be faithful, why are you talking earlier about, oh, men age well because we can go to the gym and work out? Y'all not going to do that because it's not having sex, so it's not important to you.
And it's one day they're going to wake up and be different.
Yeah, of course.
But it just, at 28,
he's not there. Because at 28, he's mentally 24.
Yeah, he's like, where they at? He's the cub. He like, I'm You know what I mean? So he got to get that out of him. So I tell people like my cousin, I'm like, are you gonna keep crying? Or you just...
Also, I don't believe in have to get that out of yourself. Something, discipline is a muscle you must train, trademark Themis and Thoth quote. Yeah, like, oh, let me cheat on girls all my life and sleep around all my life, and then right when I get married, I'm going to immediately change this part of my behavior in a very big way. That doesn't sound like anything I've ever heard, ever. Oh, I just need to go to the casino in my 20s every day, and I need to gamble in my 20s every day, and then in my 30s, I'm gonna quit cold turkey. Oh, I need to get smoking and drinking out in my 20s. Then once I'm 30, I'm gonna just stop. You know, I just need to do it in my 20s. Like, I don't believe, not that I think there's anything wrong with smoking, drinking, or anything like that. By the way, everything's okay in moderation generally. But the idea that you build and form a habit of a lack of discipline around something for your entire life, and then you think, oh, I'm married now, so I'm going to switch up. What that leads to, in my mind, and based on what he's saying in this video, is he married to his wife and he's like, oh, I'm bored and I want to sleep around now. So I would recommend you practice some discipline for your life instead of sleeping around or sleeping with 40 girls before you get married or whatever Fresh and Fit say.
What you want to do? She was like, why do you think like that? I said, because I was that.
It is the fact of the matter.
Men, and now you have some people that's mature. Some guys that just mature and get it.
Very
but
rare.
Majority,
yeah, that's very rare.
Let these niggas, let them like I'm a Scorpio, so
same.
Let them people live their life. Let them go until they ready, because at the end of the day,
it's not looking good for you Scorpios. A little Scorpio slander is always good, especially when Scorpios always act like this. Can we talk about this for a second? This is some Scorpio behavior. We were all thinking it. I'm just saying the quiet part out loud. Actually, I'm not saying the quiet part out loud because he said it for us. Scorpio energy. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Love and hip hop, and also Tubi, up and coming Tubi star.
If you try to force a person to be ready, try to cage him, he's gonna still do what he want to do.
But doesn't that speak to the fact, though, that when men are older, because you're saying, let them get older and then they're gonna want to settle down. I would not argue that a man that's in his 50s that's trying to date somebody half his age is trying to settle down.
I'm not saying 50. You said 50.
Okay,
50 scares me. Like 50 trying to date a 22-year-old girl.
Okay.
I think that's a pervert.
No.
Let me pause. The Sanderson sister. Okay, now she's putting me on. I just wanted to quickly say, because my friend told me about this. If you want to be put on game, tell a man something about men that's positive, and they will tell you everything that's negative to prove you wrong. Literally, just to prove you wrong. Just be like, oh, older men love and appreciate single mothers because they appreciate a woman who gives life, and watch them come out and say, oh, leftovers, used goods. And I promise, if you want a man to put you on game, speak about men as if they're the man you want them to be instead of the men they are, and they'll tell you about the men they are. That's what my friend said. Don't blame me if you use this method and it doesn't work. Oh, pissing me off. Oh, I thought you said putting me on. I mean, I like that she's making him feel open enough to talk and discuss this, because I think it's important that people like him talk and discuss their ideas so we can all listen. So
no, it is. Something's wrong
but
with you.
It's guys out there that like rich guys that
it
date
happens. It
models,
happens. I know,
supermodels that be 19 and they be 50, 55. They about to croak.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, hey, that's my guy.
They say after they turn 25, you can't date him no more.
Exactly. You got to go because he's trying to get. You got to take that youth out of them, and it keeps them youthful.
I ain't letting nobody do that to me.
But if Leonardo.
Chrissy, welcome to the membership. It is $1, well, 99 cents, but it is 99 cents that is appreciated, and every member gets actually a dab. Damn. So thank you. Yes, every member gets one dab.
DiCaprio.
Please do not cancel membership and come back to membership to get multiple dabs. We had that issue a couple of months ago. We will not be letting you exploit the multiple dab glitch anymore.
Wanted you. you're going with him. Stop fronting.
Man,
Girl, this girl.
I love me some Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Leonardo.
Yeah, but I would know that it was just for fun though.
What if he said, "Yo, you're the one," but you like,
no,
why you want me?
If I'm being for honest, I wouldn't. I would date him for fun. I would not date him to marry him because I would be like, you're 50 and why aren't you? Why now? Like I'd be like, no, I'm not with it.
Aaliyah said it best, right? What she said?
I don't know.
Age ain't nothing but a number. So what do you like? Love is love. You can't hold it. You gotta let it go. Let's love.
Listen,
let's love who you love.
Love gotta make.
Don't love who you love. Love who you love gonna end you up with some weird people. I really wish we had have talked about Keke Palmer yesterday and the day before. So we could talk about like loving without standards. I think Cynthia G actually went on Stormy. Let me see. Because I would recommend that. I haven't watched it yet, but they probably say anything I'm gonna say. It looked like they were talking about having a lack of standards, boundaries, and expectations, and what that can do. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend dating for love. I would recommend dating for whatever standards and values you have. Maybe you value loyalty and intellect. Maybe you value someone who's caring or compassionate. Maybe you value those things. Maybe you have a standard of someone who makes your income or more, who is as educated as you or more. And now that someone has met all your standards, now you can start dating for love, because that's how I feel. You can love anybody.
Makes sense too, though.
Yeah, but
people say love is love.
You're a little too tough, yo. You gotta.
No.
You're a little too
things
tough.
Just have to make sense.
When I be watching, you a little too tough. I'm serious. You gotta, feminine. You a feminine looking woman. You beautiful. I told you outside of work. Now I see you. I'm proud of you. Like feminine. Like it's okay. Rest in your feminine.
What a compliment. She could have someone as charming as him hitting on her. A true compliment. I don't know, y'all. If I was this woman, I would actually feel insulted. What did my friend say? Let me read this text, because she was like, she took a picture of this man who approached her. She took a picture of this man who approached her and said, "Look at you and look at me. What made you feel like you could approach me? This is insulting. I'm gonna go home and wash off my makeup. You've ruined my night. You have ruined my night." She feels uncomfortable. I don't know if she feels uncomfortable or not, but like I would imagine being hit on by your co-star is like, why would you do? I hate people who go to the gym or go to your place of work or work with you and start hitting up. Like, this is a place that I can't escape easily, and now I'm stuck here with you after you hit on. Like, no.
Feminine.
Oh, I'm always in my femininity.
Well, rest in it.
I never feel like I have to
when
be
when you talk about it on here, you be a little aggressive.
No, I'm not aggressive. Men are just not used to a woman that looks like me.
What?
Being factual. They want women that look like me to be emotional and be like, "Oh."
But
thank you. Isn't that what men say? Oh, I'm just blunt. I'm just honest. I'm just speaking facts and logic. Like, thank you. You're upset because a woman who has black skin has an opinion and it's not yours. Like, it feels like he almost verbatim said, he didn't verbatim, but it feels like he almost verbatim said, "You look real pretty, but you talk too much. You have too much of an opinion. If you were just a little more feminine, I don't know, a little more quiet, I would hit on you." Like, thank goodness she's not a little more feminine and a little more quiet. Thank goodness. And not that I think being loud is not feminine, or being like debating with someone about your ideas is not feminine, but sounds like that's how he feels about it.
Guys, this is how I feel, and I just want to be. I don't think like that, because you think like that, you're gonna get ran over your whole life, and it's not about me being hard so that I'm not ran over.
Listen,
it's about me being realistic. Y'all just not used to that. If I was fat,
you think like that, you're gonna get ran over your whole life. This man is looking for women 10 years his prior because he has a thirst for sex that he can't control because he says he's a man, and also he's saying it's not to manipulate or control them, but like, can you be quiet and just look pretty? I don't know. It's not adding up in my mind. I'm trying to make it add up.
Ugly, y'all wouldn't care about what I was saying, but because of how I look, y'all be like, "Oh, she's so aggressive." I'm actually not aggressive. I'm just speaking the truth.
I love a woman that's like, that could talk and say whatever she wants. I don't want no soft woman.
Every guy wants a soft woman.
I want a soft woman when she needs to be soft.
Yeah.
But you talking does not intimidate me at all.
I know, that's why you came on.
I actually love that.
Okay. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just listening.
About you. I'm just saying you could do it in a feminine way.
No. Like, thank you.
Don't be so aggressive. It's
what's
okay.
Feminine? What's feminine?
You.
How do you speak in a feminine way? I don't understand.
No, I'm just saying it's not even you. That the things like even
in general, I'm just saying how does one speak?
Like I was watching the last guy. I just felt like he was just like agreeing everything you said.
JC23 says, "Wait, who is this man? Some Tubi top." This is actually an up and coming star on Tubi. He also was on Love and Hip Hop once, but I forgot his name.
Because we agree on a lot.
No, that's not. It's not. A lot of stuff you were saying was not good.
But he agreed. So
no,
he's gonna disagree just for the sake of it.
I mean, most people. I just think about it as like living. Like you, I've been so many places. I talk to so many people, and having a diverse people around you, you get to understand a lot of things. And I just like, man, like I see older guys date young girls all the time. You know
we do, but that doesn't say that there's nothing wrong with that, though. Just because it's normalized does not mean that it's okay.
But you had a crazy upbringing from 13 that just made you scared and disgusted from the 13-year-old dating a 24-year-old.
My experience is not, but that's my whole point. Like my experience is not an isolated experience, or this is I'm telling you, like talk to any girl that's been through, talk to any girl that's mildly attractive that has been through high school. They will tell you that men that were way too old for them try to talk to them. When I was in, I literally, and I'm not even exactly.
I'm gonna pose this question. I feel like I already know the answer, but I'm gonna put a poll in the chat. Because the way he phrased it make it seem like, oh, because of her upbringing is what's giving her this perspective, and it sounds like she's saying, oh, well, my upbringing is not isolated. So I asked the question, have you ever been underage and had grown men hit on you? I should have specified that was for the women, but Kenny, you're welcome to get on in there. I'll vote myself.
Exaggerating. I used to go to the gym with my mom when I was like in elementary school. I used to have grown ass men looking at me because I always had a big butt. So I'm just saying, this is how men operate. Like they don't care. Like I've had men that dated a whole different friend that he was like, we were still in high school and he was late 20s, way too old. No, but he was just like, I mean, we could date as long as you don't tell nobody our age.
That's perfect.
But this is how men operate. I'm telling y'all, like there's something wrong.
I'm with you with that one.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you there. Those guys are perverts, but I know plenty of men, he says, prior to this, and they're all older dating younger women. Those aren't, not those guys, just these random strangers, right? These random boogeymen. No, it's your friends, it's your uncle, it's your cousin. It's them too. All he has to do is ask his daughter.
Like,
I'm with you when you're right. Which
like,
you right.
So I'm just saying, when I see men so much older try to date women so much younger than them, I'm just like, there's something wrong with that dynamic.
Fit, they don't be friendly. They don't be feminine. They don't be cooperative. So and they don't be submissive.
Women in their 40s aren't friendly to you?
What? They don't be friendly.
They don't be friendly to you. No, you're lying.
I mean, to me, they do. I'm not, exclude me.
What is friendly? Is the one I wanted to ask, is the woman in front of you, would you consider her friendly? Because she has a different opinion. And y'all been arguing. So I'm wondering, is having the different opinion what takes away someone's femininity, or I hope it's defined.
Okay. So the average woman in her 40s is not a friendly woman.
Not fit, not friendly, not cooperative, not submissive. Man,
a lot of times men want to date somebody so much younger because y'all be wanting somebody to train. That's what it is. And men say that. Women are not things to train.
Well, she could train up. It said train up a child the way they should go.
Okay, women are not. But that's why y'all be wanting to date children. No, but that's why y'all be wanting to date children.
So listen, I like women with their own mind. I don't want to train a woman. I want a woman to be stand as firm, because I walk over women if you
older women don't want you to train them like a child. That's why I date younger women who anyway. But I don't want a woman I can train after I just described that. That's what us men like. I don't know. I feel like these statements he's making are contradictory.
If you're soft, you're punk. I'll be like,
That's people in
I like
general.
whores anyway.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So, you know,
Nice.
you know, I mean, it gotta be a little whore to, you know. I don't like no nice girls. But we just want people like, you know, I hate when a woman say, you gotta love me for me. No, I don't. I don't. When I got with you, you was curvy. You get, I hate this love weight that everybody talk about.
Let's take a moment of silence so we can look at him again.
Well, she can train up. It says train up a child in the way they should go.
Okay, women are not, but that's why y'all be wanting to date children.
No, but
that's why y'all be wanting to date children.
So listen, I like women with their own mind. I don't want to train a woman. I want a woman to be stand as firm because I walk over women. If you're soft or you're punk, I'll be like,
that's people in general.
I like whores anyway.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So you know,
nice.
You know, I mean, it got to be a little whore to, you know. I don't like no nice girls, but we just want people like, you know,
Sorry, I don't have violin music like Themis. I'm working on it because y'all said y'all didn't like that the last time I played it. He wants whores. He don't want a good girl. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. He just talking at this point. So we are just going to overlook his man unit, who is the installer. Okay, so everybody's commenting about it. Y'all know I don't talk about people's appearance because I'm an appearance myself, so I try to stay on their words and make sure my words aren't judge worthy. He basically admitted that he creates the old bitter women. Now he doesn't like nice women. He like nice women. He like garden tools, he says. He likes respectable women, not respectable women, angry women, calm women, loud women, quiet women. He just like whatever the conversation requires him to like, because it feels like he flip-flopping all over the place.
Yeah, sometimes.
And men say that. Women are not things to train.
Well, she can train up. It says train up a child in the way they should go.
Okay, women are not. But that's why y'all be wanting to date children.
No, but
that's why y'all be wanting to date children.
So listen, I like women with their own mind. I don't want to train a woman. I want a woman to be stand as firm because I walk over women. If you're soft or you're punk, I'll be like,
that's people in general.
I like whores anyway.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So you know,
submissive. Yes, he did say submissive and feminine.
Nice.
You know, I mean, it got to be a little whore to, you know. I don't like no nice girls, but we just want people like, you know, I hate when a woman say, you gotta love me for me. No, I don't. I don't. When I got with you, you was curvy. You get.
Isn't this the man who, when this woman said, "Oh, if you have 17 kids, I don't want to date you. If you have 17 kids and you're 50, because I'm 25 with no kids," and he said, "Why you can't just love him for him? Maybe he's the right one. Let your heart lead. Just fall in love." Is this him from earlier in this conversation, or did he swap with his doppelganger at some point? I love when they say the quiet part out loud. Use old. Oh, I won't say that word. He acting like he ain't fluffy. His fade ain't running. His brows. I'm sorry. It was wrong for me to even read that much of that comment. But I mean, again, I don't like making ad hominems about someone, but I do find it very hypocritical when someone, if you look in the mirror and you wouldn't date a woman who looks like you, I think maybe you should evaluate your standard. Maybe, right?
I hate this love weight that everybody talk about. Oh, I feel in love. I got this love weight. No, you better get it off because I'm leaving.
So if your girlfriend, you've been dating for a little while, you love her, she gained 20 pounds during the relationship,
I'm leaving
you telling her she fat?
Yes. You're fat as fuck.
Do we need to look at him again, or do we have it ingrained in our minds? Because if you gain weight, I'm looking at you and I'm saying you fat AF. Mind you, women can use pregnancy not as an excuse, but as a legitimate explanation for weight gain, right? In a relationship, which he's talking about a long-term relationship. I don't know what his excuse would be for. I don't know if he carried half of the pregnancy in his relationship. I don't know. I don't know. They're inventing an artificial womb, apparently. So maybe he's using it, and this is why there's weight that I can see. But he also says he's not like those fat guys, those big guys who don't work out and stuff. And he's actually in shape, unlike his friends. I haven't seen his friends yet. Curious to see what they look like, but I'm just confused with the audacity.
I just love weight. No, you better get it off because I'm leaving.
So if your girlfriend, you've been dating for a little while, you love her, she gained 20 pounds during the relationship,
I'm
you
leaving
tell
her.
her she fat?
Yes.
Mm.
You're fat as fuck.
Mm.
And I don't like you. I'm not.
Okay, just a pause to say they said you started dating her for a while, not you've been in a long-term relationship or something. So it sounds like they're talking about someone newer. Although I still don't think what he said is okay.
Touch you no more.
Mm.
What? I'm not loving you for you. Like, love me for who I am. No,
so would
I
you
love
say
you
that
before I
the
met
average,
you.
So would you say that the average man's love is conditional?
Everybody love is conditional.
Mm.
If I can't pay your bills and pay for, you don't want me no more.
True.
So everything's conditional. So stop acting like men have.
No.
Men stand on more loyalty than like something that, okay, I'll mess with her because of her. Like if you was walking down the street and came from Blimpies or whatever fast food restaurant, I could see you beautiful. I could take you and be like, nah, I'm giving her everything. Now you this it person. Now you getting, you know what I mean? You would never do that for me.
When you say you could give her everything, I need to understand what is Tubi paying y'all, because I might have a gross misunderstanding about Tubi. Because when you say I could give her everything, I need to know what everything is. Like I would be stuck on that, but I wouldn't even be able to continue the conversation. But let's.
Because that's not a woman's role.
Okay, we understand that.
Yeah.
So know your roles.
Yeah, no, that's I say that all the time. No, and I'm not arguing against that because, and I feel like they're gonna come for me because they're gonna call me a pick me, but I really don't care. I would mildly agree with you on not specifically the weight thing, but just around that area because I've asked guys I've dated, oh, if I gained weight, would you still want to date me? And they're like, yeah, and I'm just like, you're lying.
Let me pause and say I completely disagree with know your roles. Y'all know gender fluid and eliminate roles. I believe men can cook and clean. I believe women can go out and get a degree. I don't believe in a role at all. Like men, take care of your child. The only thing a man can't do is birth a child, and that's changing. They have the artificial womb now. So I don't believe in a role. You're going to take care of your child. You're going to cook and clean for yourself, and you're not going to delegate it to your partner. And she should be able to go out and get her degree and work if she wants to. However, if you are going to, if you're going to reduce somebody to their roles, right? I feel like you should be playing your role. Is that fair? Like when we're earlier in the conversation and he's like, oh, you're dating an older man with 17 kids, but you'll only consider him if he has money. Why? Okay, well, what is his role? Because it can't be provide and protect and he has no money and 17 kids, 17 mouths to feed. It can't be to provide and protect. So like if you're going to be the role guy and a woman has a role and a man has a role, at least play your role and stop like trying to make up excuses for men leaving their role in these relationships while women continue to play theirs.
Yeah, he's lying.
But here's the thing.
Well,
I wouldn't let myself go.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I know that people in general are visual,
But
especially men.
Yeah, majority of this world be letting themselves go. Majority of black women and Spanish women.
Oh my God.
They let themselves go.
Black men too.
Yeah, black men, they just.
Sir, you didn't even, your bias is showing because you didn't even have to say the majority of black women. You could point out the fact that most men and women in the United States specifically, I don't know how it is in other countries, tend to be obese, for example. I think the average person is obese or overweight. And especially once you age, that tends to get worse and not better. You could point to that. But instead you were like, oh, you know how you know black women black women really let themselves go. Like, sir, I don't know if at any point in this conversation has this conversation been specific to the Black community even. Aside from one comment they said about Black men having degrees and jobs being very rare in the community, and so those men tend not to settle down. Outside of that, I thought this was a conversation about everybody. I don't know why he specified it to that, but cool.
I don't know what it is. Their self-esteem get low, or they fall in love and think I could just get fat because she's cooking. I'm getting fat, and
I don't know what
you
it
look
is.
crazy. You look crazy. If a girl I met was curvy and then she looked like an oval shape, I'm leaving her. I'm not attracted to you no more. I can't. My thing again. I'm stop.
Y'all heard it.
Again, I think it's good that people are talking out loud. I'm an hour late. Well, welcome. You are right where we started, which is in the middle of the audacity. Right in the middle of it. Social cues on mute. How are you a circle and you talking about if my wife is an oval, I'ma leave if she's not an hourglass, and you a circle? That I'm trying to make the math. I'm trying to understand the math, y'all.
Here, ladies, BK don't want you if you gain that 20 pounds.
If you look like if you oval shaped, no, I'm not dating you.
Okay. I mean that there's everyone has. I'm not gonna say that's right or wrong. I'm just gonna say that everyone has their standards, and no one's right to say, oh, that's wrong, or you know.
Why?
Bratstall asked, who is this guy? This is he's an up and coming Tubi star. He also was on Love and Hip Hop, and I think allegedly made music at one point, she said. So yeah.
I can't have standards.
If looks matter to you, and then money matters to her, and then fame matters to her.
Looks matter to everybody. No, to men, not women.
I was gonna say, looks
money matter to women.
Yeah, money matters to women. Looks
you
matter
feel
to
me?
men.
Looks matter to men. Like, stop acting like you just like people like, yo, you go for the look. Yeah, when I first see it, what I'm attracted to.
Any guy that says that they don't go for looks is a liar.
Yeah, they be yo.
They're a liar because you wouldn't approach a woman if you didn't think that she looks good.
Exactly.
And that's where it all starts. She don't got to be the finest girl in the room, but if you think she look good, she's conventionally attractive. Yeah. You know, she got whatever.
Listen, like, we're not going for the mind. Like, stop it.
No, because you don't even know her mind when you first walk up to her.
Like, these people gotta stop it. I want these people to stop it now. There's
no such thing as inner beauty before you get to know them. And you only want to get to know them when you see them.
Her mind drove me to her. Man, you look at her. That mind then drove me. I had a conversation when I left. I don't give a hell what kind of mind you got. If you ugly,
there was this guy when I was I in college? Yeah, I was in college.
Man, I can't imagine being in a relationship with someone like this and you, I don't know, get hit by a bus. I don't know why that came to mind. And then they're like, oh, you're kind of ugly now. Or you get like burned, or I don't know, get pregnant, or get depressed and gain weight, right? That thing that, remember the male epidemic that's going on with loneliness and depression and suicide. I can imagine being those people who like are crying about loneliness and suicide and depression, and you gain weight due to some of that, and like your partner's like, ill. Well, figure that out. Bye, because I don't date ovals. Yes, she has him talking, and he's just talking. He's just talking.
And
or get put on medication, since men tend to like their partner long term to take birth control instead of getting vasectomy. Thank you for saying that. Or other medication. I don't know, maybe you're in pain somewhere on your body or something happens to you, and even if your looks don't like, even if you don't like lose an appendage or something due to the accident, you might have pain and you might have to take medication that could affect your weight gain. Thank you. But especially birth control.
We had dated, like we went on a few dates, and like months were going by, right? And he never tried anything. Not that I'm rushing him, but he just didn't try anything, right? We're at his house, we're drinking wine, the fireplace, everything. And he never tried anything. So I remember I was having a conversation with him. I was just like, so what are you into? Like what it is, you know, what
you
is it
wanted
with
him
you?
to try something.
I mean, after a couple months, yeah, because what am I here for? So, you know, this is college. So he was like, I'm a
what am I here for?
What did he say? He said, I forgot what the term was.
Notice she's talking about being sexually explorative in college. He's talking about men all day life, but it slows down at 50 a little bit. Not completely, because he still want to cheat, but like he'll cheat less.
But he was like, I am someone that I'm attracted to the mind. I'm not attracted. And I was like, nigga, you gay.
Yeah.
I was like,
okay.
I was like, I'm gonna head out. Like
Yeah.
that's SpongeBob meme. I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what you're getting at right now.
Yeah, you scared
I'm
me.
over here. I'm looking cute. I'm smelling good. We drink. I was like, I'm gonna head out, sir. Because obviously you ain't going for it.
Exactly.
I was like, come on.
Because it would have
Attracted
been.
to the mind.
It would have been.
You don't want nobody that's dumb. But
I
let's
want
be
your mind,
serious.
okay?
Shut up. You're so
Your brain. Actually.
Oh my
was attracted
gosh.
to your mind.
Yeah.
Even,
I mean,
even no, but certain. Some dudes be tricking girls, like trying to fuck with their mind, like, yeah, no, I'm attracted to your mind. Like if he was on some like some suave shit that just, oh, now I ain't gonna try to fuck. I'm just gonna let her think that I can't even tell y'all. I'm telling y'all too much now. I'm telling y'all too much.
I don't. See,
no, but
listen.
men, certain men, it got.
I don't even understand what he just said. Let me run that back.
Different type of. I ain't gonna your mind. Like dudes be tricking girls, like trying to fuck with their.
Yeah.
Even no, but some dudes be tricking girls, like trying to fuck with their mind, like, yeah, no, I'm attracted to your mind. Like if he was on some like some suave shit that just, oh, now I ain't gonna try to fuck. I'm just gonna let her think that I can't even tell y'all. I'm telling y'all too much now.
So he doesn't want to tell us what he says. Men are manipulating women by pretending to be attracted to like your mind, your personality, your personhood, you like as a human being, as opposed to just wanting to sleep with you. And he says that they lie about that. But then he cuts himself short and says, oh, I don't want to tell y'all about that. Now that feels really weird after we begin the conversation with him saying, oh, older men aren't trying to use younger women and manipulate them and stuff like that because they're naive. That's not what's going on. It feels like he was about to admit something that might contradict himself, even though he's done that several times through this little interview podcast thing. But it feels like this time he realized he was about to betray himself. So he was like, nah, let me cut myself short.
I'm telling you too much.
I don't.
No,
see,
but
listen.
men, certain men, it got different type of game where then a girl let down her guards. Oh, he don't want me from that. Oh my God, he's such a good. And then he just fuck your whole life up.
That's very much true. That wasn't the case with this guy though. He was gay.
He was a fruitcake.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I ain't lose nothing.
He keeps telling on men, then realizes he's contradicting.
Your antennas wasn't up about that?
No, because he didn't appear to be so. He good looking guy, and I met him out, and I don't know. Yeah. And usually I have a really good gaydar too. I have a really good gaydar, and your gaydar got to be 100%.
In Atlanta.
And here's the thing. I'm not even saying anything about, I'm just saying like, I've met guys in Atlanta who they seem, gay. By the way that they talk and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of like swear by them being straight. Or like I have a conversation with a guy and he's just like, I'm straight. And I'm just like, why'd you feel the need to tell me that you're straight right now? That's kind of weird.
He's battling himself.
And I just be like, it's okay to be gay, especially in Atlanta. There's so many, like this is, I feel like the environment here is very much for gay people.
Whatever they want to do.
Yeah. And I'm just like, so why don't you just be like, oh, I don't know. Like,
what do you look for in a man?
I don't look for anything in a man. I don't look for a man.
I mean, when you meet a man, you talk to him.
I don't look for nothing in a man.
Okay,
but you just gotta show me.
Like conversation, right? If you talk and have a conversation with him, right? Yeah, at dinner. What is some of the key points you like to see in a man?
I have my 10 things that I would like checked off of my checklist. Will I ever get all 10? No, because there's no such thing as a perfect person.
Let me pause. We're not about to move forward without hearing that again.
You gotta look for anything in a man. I'll be like, oh, our environment here is very much for
I mean,
people.
whatever they want to do.
Cool. And I'm just like, so why don't you just be like, oh, I don't know. Like,
What do you look for in a man?
I don't look for anything in a man. I don't look for a man.
I mean, when you meet a man, you talk to him.
I don't look for nothing in a man.
Okay,
you just gotta show me.
Like conversation, right? If you talk and have a conversation with him, right? Yeah, at dinner.
Like
what do you look for in a man?
I don't look for anything in a man. I don't look for a man.
I mean, when you meet a man, you talk to him.
I don't look for nothing in a man.
Okay,
you just gotta show me.
Like conversation, right? If you talk and have a conversation.
I don't look for anything in a man. He gotta show me. Why am I looking for it? What are you talking about? What do you mean your salary is hiding under your bed? I have to go and search for it. What are you talking about? I know what he means, so I'm not gonna harp on that. I'm so late. Stop going live when I'm at work. We are not at work at 8:54 p.m. out here anywhere else in the world. Anywhere. But I hope you're having a good time at work and welcome. You can plug me on the earbud.
conversation with him, right? Yeah, at dinner. What is some of the key points you like to see in a man?
I have my 10 things that I would like checked off of my checklist. Will I ever get all 10? No, because there's no such thing as a perfect person, period. But I have my things that I would like to see. You know.
Okay. Yeah, I asked you, said you don't have them.
Okay, I'll name 10 things.
Okay.
10 is kind of hard too, though. Okay, 10 things.
That's too much. Name 5.
Name 5. Okay. Ideally, right? Yeah. No kids, over 6 foot, good job, and he not stingy with his money. Come from a 2-parent household, and he's not a dummy. He has a good personality, and you don't got to go to this college, but he can't be a dummy either.
So if a person have kids, he's just X'd out.
I mean, I'm not, like I said, this is ideally. I'm not going to X anybody out because of these things, but these are the things that I would want. Yeah, I would want.
When you think you have kids?
I'm not having kids.
What you mean you're not having kids?
I'm not having kids.
That's what you was born here to do.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
no, it's not. No.
So you gonna be a wife?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, so you're gonna tell your.
By the way, I'm not pausing much at certain parts where I normally would because we watched some of these clips in the beginning of the live stream and discussed them there. So sorry if it feels like I'm not engaging with certain things that are like bright red flags. Yes, that's what you were born to do.
Your husband, you're not gonna have a kid.
That's the kind of conversation that you have when you're dating somebody. You let them know, like, I'm not having kids.
Why would you not want to have kids?
Why would I?
I'm asking you.
But why?
So, before we let her answer that, I actually, this research is, it's not old because it's from 2022, but there was some research on women having children. And as I look for that, I guess I'll let it play as I look for that. I should have definitely had it up already, but you know, I don't. So, but there was some research around why women are choosing not to have children anymore.
Why would you ask me a question when I ask you a question? Answer the question.
Why don't I want to have kids? I don't see any benefit.
For giving somebody life?
You have a kid and your life becomes about the kid. I want my life to be about me.
Oh, you.
Why don't you want to have kids? Because my body will become oval or whatever he said earlier, and then you're going to leave me immediately because I gain weight. That's reason number. That's if I'm in that podcast room, that's my reason number 1. What are you talking about? 15 seconds after you just said, oh, as soon as my woman gain a couple pounds, I'm leaving immediately. Talk about why don't you want to have kids? You don't hear yourself from 15 seconds ago. Do you not understand? I don't understand. Do people really not get like continuity during a conversation? Like, do people actually just say what they feel like will win an argument or make sense in the moment and not like make sure that what they're saying is logically consistent with what they just said 1 sentence ago or 1 paragraph ago or 1 day ago, 1 week ago? Like, do people actually just say whatever they feel like will make them look good? Or, well, it can't be he's saying what he feels like will make him look good. It can't be that. But I don't know if he's just whatever he feels like saying, he just say it and he don't care if it like adds up with anything else he's saying. I have no idea. Mouth can speak faster than the brain can think sometimes. Yes, that's why you like think before you just blurt something out. I don't know why he's not. Or maybe he is and is still not comprehending, because I feel like he's been very logically inconsistent in this conversation. Why don't people want to have kids? Also, if you get big, I'm going to leave you and go and find me a young woman, 10 years younger.
Selfish.
That's okay.
For right now, though, it's okay.
No, for my whole life.
Nah,
for my whole life.
I don't believe so.
I think it's okay to not have kids.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's certain people, but what if you meet somebody that you just? I mean, listen, man. If I had
the perfect marriage, and I'm talking about perfect, like it has to be perfect, I would compromise with 1 kid.
I know you're going to compromise, so I'm not even worried about it.
I don't.
You talk. Listen. You talk tough. Like you. But when you fall in love, you force find somebody.
Of course, when you fall in love, a lot of things go out the door. Of course, but that's why I said if it was perfect and I was married, then I would compromise on it. So just my idea about kids, no.
Not having kids.
Kids are annoying.
What?
And I feel like parents don't tell single people without kids enough about how parents.
When she said kids are annoying, and he said what? I know he don't take care of his kids. He did not take care of his kids. His wife or the ex-wife or whoever he has a child with, he said they got to be taking care of the kid. What? Annoying? What are you talking about? I get home from work every day, play the video game, and go to sleep. What are you talking about? Kids are annoying. As your wife in there taking care of that annoying ass kid. Stop it.
Is not if they could undo it, they wouldn't have their kids. I think a lot of parents would go back in time and not have their kids.
Well, I got 2 kids, but I love both of them. Like,
of course, you love them because they're here.
No, I love them. I really love my son and my daughter's like is my life.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it was something about my son, right? And me and the baby mother wasn't like together. You feel me? And this wasn't supposed to be at all. Didn't want nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? But when my son came, it just changed me. Like,
and it should.
He showed like it was like me all over again. And I see the way he loved me. Like I love my pops. So it was just like it was just unbearable love. So I understand, some people just don't I had a conversation with, I don't think we should do this. We don't like each other. But she did it, and I'm happy that she did because I got my son. But I get you. Some people would take back kids and say, I don't want this.
Can I say something?
Wait, I think I just missed a critical part of the conversation because I was going through the comments.
I got my son. Just don't. So it was like, you know what I mean? And this wasn't supposed to be in my life.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it was something about my son, right? And me and the baby mother wasn't like together. You feel me? And this wasn't supposed to be at all. Didn't want nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? But when my son came, it just changed me. Like,
and it should.
He showed.
Oh yeah, definitely missed that. He lying. Y'all don't think his son changed him? The kids who are never kids aren't annoying. He says, y'all don't think it changed him? Y'all don't think? Oh, if neither one of it sound like he's saying neither one of us wanted a child, but thank goodness she went through it anyway because I changed. How we know you about to change? How do we know you about to change? So you switch from here's the money to go down to the clinic. You better not have this child. I don't want no child. To oh my God, my son, I love him. You changed. The woman who you said you couldn't stay faithful to because I don't know, you got older and she got older, and so you need someone who's, I don't know, men like women 10 years young. I don't know what he was saying. I don't know. I really don't. But no, I don't think he changed. And even if he did, I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh, 2 people who didn't want a child should have it because you might change after the child is here. Go and ask the Black community how that turned out. That's what I want y'all to do. Go and talk to the Black community. Did he change? Oh my God, this might fix the relationship. Yes. You know what this dysfunction needs? A child. Oh, once he sees the child's eyes, I don't think this is how it goes all the time, by the way. Or I don't even know if this is like a significant amount of pregnancies, but the fact that I grew up around some people who were like, this relationship is falling apart. He don't want a child, but if we just have one, maybe he will, like the way this girl said to me, he will look in the child's eyes and he will fall in love with his child and it will rekindle. I'm looking like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Anywho. Themis is live. Hold up. Let's see what's going on with Themis. I didn't know Themis was live today. Oh, it's the Thanksgiving giveaway. Oh.
In fairness, the moderators were like, instead of putting so much money over in December, why not help 4 families? And
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm about to end this live and go over to Themis because I would rather twerk in the chat of the Lord than to be in Satan, a king, and Satan's palace. I don't know how the verse goes. I don't know how the scripture goes, but I feel like we have. Do we kind of have the synopsis of this video? It is 13 minutes left. We are 2 hours. Huh? How are we 2 hours in and it's a 45-minute video? Can we come back to finish this? Let's do this. Let's make this a part 1. because Themis is doing the Thanksgiving giveaway, and I think that's important. So let's make this part 1, and we can do part 2 on a different day. I guess not tomorrow since it gab, but you just got here. So I'll leave the, I'm not going to private this or put it members only. I'm going to leave it up so that y'all can still watch it. But we can do a part 2 where we finish this, because no. It's fine. I'm tuckered out anyway, because these people are exhausting. And I'm not just saying him, because she was talking about putting a finger up her somewhere to scrape out. Anyway, we don't got to revisit that. But thank you everyone for coming. I really appreciate it. I'm going to head over to Themis now. Y'all can head over and drop. I don't have like a scale or something like that. Maybe y'all can drop pineapples or pandas or something. I don't know what represents me. So drop whatever you feel like. Drop whatever you feel like. And I will see you guys over there. Thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a like. Please be sure to come back here and look in the description and go to her channel and give her a like and follow if you like her content. Her channel is called One Thing About It. It's in the description. Please make sure to do that after you guys are done over here or over at Themis. And I will see you guys there. Bye.